Hey guys, it's Faye, and today I'm just gonna put kind of a letter out to every Christian I've ever known or ever seen on the on YouTube. So this is my letter to all Christians. Before I get into it, I just kind of want to explain why I'm doing this. I'm not trying to do this out of hate, although a lot of what I say is going to be construed as basically like really judgmental. But the way I see it, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to say what I feel, what I think. Because I can't stop thinking what I think, and I can't stop feeling what I feel. The only thing I can control is what I say, and quite frankly, I'm done pretending like it doesn't bother me. So, this is the situation. I have both found this letter written on the internet and it's from like way back in the 90s, and I have also seen it on YouTube, and I'll post the YouTube channel below, or I'll post the video link below. But basically, this woman who wrote this letter is a former witch. She claims to be a former witch, and this is back when Harry Potter was, I think there were only 3 books out at the time, and there was talk about the first one being made into a movie in the like 2001, I think. So this is like 1999 to 2000, somewhere in there. This lady wrote this letter, and she claims that she was a former witch, and that while she was reading the Harry Potter series, she saw a lot of references to witchcraft and the devil and a lot of other crap. Well, I've read not the entire Harry Potter series, but I've read a good majority of the books, and I've seen every single movie, and being a witch myself, I can't find a single legitimate reference that actually like alludes to actual witchcraft as is practiced by actual witches in the real world. And she makes this claim that J.K. Rowling is teaching young children witchcraft through these books. That they are instructional manuals. That is actually what she says. That they are instructional manuals on how to be a witch. And I have to say, I have to call bullshit on that. Anyways, that's not the point. And I'd read it, and I was kind of like, whatever. You guys know me. I can't stay out of anything remotely controversial. So, I look up these videos and whatever. But I was reading the comments section, and there were a few comments made about it that was between who I believe was an atheist. I don't think they were pagan, but an atheist to this other guy. About the references that she claims are made. This guy says things like, well, like technically pagan gods, idols, etc. were influenced by Satan. They are demonic entities because their existence was designed and influenced by the devil to lead people astray from the true God, and also to project the adoration due to God unto himself. Lucifer wanted to be like God after all. And this guy says, like, I don't believe in God, sorry. But this other guy just wouldn't let it go. And if you go to the link that I put below, you'll see the conversation that I'm talking about, probably. I don't know how long ago it was. But this was from a while ago, from like September, and I don't know, I just got a little bit fed up. This guy, this Christian, he gets really stuck on this one specific reference to the number of the beast or whatever, 666, with Nicholas Flamel's birthday in the first book. And it goes back and forth between him and this other guy that, like, he says, well, actually, he was a real person, and he only lived from here to here, so he actually was dead, or whatever. And this other guy's trying to explain to him that it's a fictional piece of work, and at the time that she wrote the book, if Nicholas Flamel, for whatever reason, never died, he would have been 666 years old that year that the book was released, or the book was written, or whatever. And the guy was really trying to, like, push that, like, oh no, she made up that age, she made a conscious choice to make it like that. And the other guy just couldn't understand why this one man could not do the fucking math and realize that this isn't an actual nonfiction piece of work, that this is a story. And let's just pretend that Nicholas Flamel was a wizard who really delved into alchemy and finally made the Philosopher's Stone and was able to use it to create an elixir that would give him eternal life. If he did that until the year that book comes out, which I think was 1992 or 1990, I don't know. But until that point, he would have been 666 years old at the time that the book was written / published. But anyways, I just got really fed up with it, and I decided that I feel that the real issue is that no one is able to look past what they can possibly conceive of. And Christians can't conceive of anything other than Christianity being anything other than something completely evil. And so even though I know that this isn't going to do anything, these are just my thoughts that I wanted to put out there. This is just how I feel. So, this is my letter. You're never going to see it my way, and I'm never going to see it your way. You can't use arguments that would work on a Christian to turn a pagan. Pagans don't believe in the devil, so telling them that their deities are just different aspects of the devil is like saying the sky is orange because you're colorblind and that's how you see blue. No one who isn't colorblind is going to see the sky that way. This lady who claims to have been a witch says that the book series can be used as a way to learn witchcraft. Here's the deal. I am a witch. I have been studying the craft for the majority of my life. 21 years. I'm 21 years old and have been studying for about 10 years. I cannot see a single legitimate reference to anything remotely based on any of the many branches witchcraft has. If someone was using Harry Potter to learn witchcraft, they'd have better luck playing World of Warcraft because not a single real witch would take them seriously. There are much better fictional books than Harry Potter with a much more accurate portrayal of witchcraft, House of Night series being one of them. In my opinion, based on what I've seen and experienced living in the heartland of the Bible Belt, Christians are a bunch of people who are quick to attack anyone different than them. They, like Hitler, point fingers at a group of people and create paranoia around them and then use that paranoia as a reason to attack them. Real witches don't give a shit about your Christian agenda. We aren't out to recruit like Christians are. One of the things that we are called to do is keep silent. People aren't supposed to know that you are a witch. Specifically because of the dangerous people like you and this woman here trying to bring out about a nude burning times. In the research and academic studying, as well as the spiritual practice I have done in the past 10 years, I have not ever once seen go out and make disciples of all nations, or one nation under God and Goddess. I've seen be a decent human being, don't judge others, care for those who need to be cared for, and be true to yourself. You sit there and say, I'm blind all you want. Just know that we see you the same way, so why can't you just step away from the keyboard and let be what is? Because according to your beliefs, isn't all this predestined by your God anyways? And you trying to change that, isn't that just you trying to make your will God's? Isn't that you putting yourself before God? Thou shalt put no other gods before me, first commandment, and you putting this notion of who God really is without any backup other than your own bigotry, isn't that the biggest blasphemy of them all? You make God whoever you need him to be in order to back up your own judgments of other people. You twist the Bible's words and take everything out of context in order to make God fit your agenda and tell everyone else it's okay because you're doing it in Jesus' name. Isn't the Christian God supposed to be someone unknowable? In Christian definition, human beings are fallen creatures who are evil in nature. I'm not a Christian because I hate God. I'm not a Christian because I hate who human beings that are evil in nature make God out to be. The only real Satan is the same person who stares back at all of us in the morning while we brush our teeth. That's how I feel about it. It may not be entirely eloquent. It may not be PC. It may not be even okay for me to say all that shit knowing that I'm going to get a lot of judgment back. But I'm sorry. I'm really sick of this bullshit about everyone trying to make every other religion out to get their religion as well. I can't stand that. I think that that's a way to take away your own empowerment. I don't understand why anyone would want to not feel empowered, to feel like they don't have any power over their own lives, and that they don't, like, honestly, if you're really that worried about it, then your God must not be very strong anyways. If you're really that worried about it, that your God wouldn't protect you from a bunch of witches or whatever, maybe your God isn't that strong. Or maybe it's in God's will and maybe you should just let it be because you have no control over it anyways. That's the biggest issue that I've ever had. I cannot understand the whole predestiny thing and the free will thing. I've never been able to talk to a Christian who could really explain that to me. So, not in a way that makes any logical sense. So, that's my bitch for the day. I'm sorry if it's not really what you wanted to hear. I'm sorry if it comes across as hateful or whatever. This is just how I feel. I'm putting it out there. This is how I feel about that. This is just every thought that I've ever really had growing up put into, how many words? Let's see. Let's count. I don't even know. Probably about 150 words. So, I'm sorry. I love you guys. I'm sorry I couldn't be in a better mood for you guys, but that's just how I feel. So, I'm being true to myself. And I ask the same thing of all of you guys. So, have a great day. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.